Today we're taking a look at this water irrigation timer. This timer has been sent to me for this review, and what this timer is going to allow you to do is control when the water from your spigot is on or off, whether you're at home or not. Before we do that, there is an app that you need to connect both the timer and what's called a gateway to, so you can control the timer from your phone. So we're going to take a quick look at that first. So to get the water timer connected to your phone, you do have to download an app. That app is called Smart Life, and Smart Life is associated with a bunch of different products, so you may already have this app on your phone. If not, no big deal, it's very easy to make a new account. So to get everything connected, this is called your gateway. So you're very simply just going to plug this in, and there is a button right here. So we're going to plug it in. And then you want this green light to be flashing so you know that it's in pairing mode. Then on the app, we're going to click the plus button in the top right hand corner and add device. And then it's going to start searching for the different devices, and it has automatically found the gateway and it's found the water timer. So from there, we're going to click on the gateway. Then it's going to ask for your Wi-Fi password. So put that in, and then it will begin to add the gateway and the water timer. So as you see here, the water timer and gateway have both been added successfully. And then it's going to want you to associate the gateway with the water timer, and that is because the gateway can also be used for different products as well. So you want to make sure that it is associated with the water timer. So we are going to associate to the gateway. So if you did everything correctly, when you click on the gateway, the water timer should be in the device list of that gateway. So very easy to get those connected. You can have this set up in just a matter of minutes. So now that you know how to get everything connected, how do you use the water timer? First thing is, this water timer does take 2 AA batteries. Those batteries are going to be placed in right at the back here, and the casing is sealed so no water can get in and damage the batteries. Those batteries are not included. And then the top and the bottom is your standard 3/4 inch fittings, and it's going to just fit onto your spigot like a normal water hose would. So we're just going to place it on here and get it tightened up. You can turn the spigot on to make sure there are no leaks. So all that looks good. With your water timer, you also get a quick connect adapter, and they also provide a smaller adapter that goes on the quick connect if you have a smaller sized hose. You also get some plumber's tape to wrap around the male end of the water timer, as you see here, to prevent any leaks. And they also provide you with this extra seal if the one that is already pre-installed wears out over time. First thing I want to show you is you can manually turn on the water by pressing this button right here. So just press it, and that's how you know your water timer is going to be working correctly. So we're going to go ahead and get a hose connected to the timer. Again, this is your standard 3/4 inch fittings. So most of your standard hoses are going to work out with this timer. So taking a look at the app, we're going to click on valve controller, and it's going to take us into a water timer. As you can see up top here, it does provide you with the weather forecast, which is accurate because today is Thursday and it's saying there is a chance of rain, which is accurate. We do actually have a chance of severe storms tonight. So that's nice that they do provide that weather forecast. In the center here, you see 10 minutes of irrigation duration. Once you set your timer for whenever you want it to start watering, once it turns on, it's going to water for 10 minutes before shutting back off. You can adjust that all the way from 1 minute to 24 hours, and you're just going to change that by scrolling. Down here you see last run time and next run time, so it does keep track of the run cycles. Down here you see a pause button. Once you press that, that's going to allow water to go through the timer, as you can see here. And if you look at the center, it says 9 minutes left, so it's going to turn off from that 10-minute irrigation duration time. Next to that, we have a weather delay. You can do that from 24 hours to 72 hours, and the purpose of that is if there is rain in the forecast, you can pause the water timer so you're not overwatering whatever is going to be watered with that rain. Next, we have a timer, so you can set what time the water is going to run through. So if we just click on normal schedule, we can set our time. So we're going to set it for 10:30, since right now it is 10:28, so I can just show you what that looks like. And you can also pick your weekdays to water. So if you wanted it weekly, you can pick those, or just pick certain days. Again, we can do the irrigation duration, and we'll do 1 minute So while we're waiting for it to be 10:30 for the water to turn on, we'll go through some of the other features. And then next to that, you have an irrigation history. So you have a list of all the times the water was on. You can see here it went off at 10:27, 10:23, 10:21, and so on and so forth. Then in the top right hand corner, there is just some other settings that you can mess around with, third-party control. So you can connect Alexa or Google Assistant. If you have those smart devices, it's 10:30 and the water is now being able to run through. Like you've seen where we set the timer, it's going to be running for 1 minute. And it's also showing us our next run time to be for tomorrow at the same time, 10:30 for 1 minute. So once this 1 minute timer runs out, it's not going to turn on again until tomorrow at the same time, and it's going to run for another minute unless we decide to switch that time. So very simple app to use. I really like it. I've had a water timer before and you had to do all of the settings on the water timer itself, and it was extremely confusing, hard to use, but having this controlled through your phone with no buttons on the timer itself is really convenient and easy to use. What these water timers allow you to do is be away from home and still be able to know that your flowers are getting watered, your yard is getting watered, or maybe your garden is getting watered. Whatever needs watered, whether you're home or away, this water timer has you covered.